Hello again, and welcome to what's now week 23 of what's supposed to be a Small Worm Bin weekly update, but unfortunately, just because of what's happening in real life, I haven't been able to do any updates in the last sort of 3 weeks or so. So I thought, before you all think I've abandoned the project or just can't be bothered to upload any more videos, I'd do a very quick update. This is the mother bin. Now, 3 weeks ago I harvested some worms from this bin and started a second daughter bin, if you remember. And since then, because I've been away, with there's lots of stuff happening, family stuff happening, so it's taking up quite a bit of time. But because I've been away, this bin hasn't been fed. So if you watched the last video, which is week 20 I think it was, you'll notice I only just added cardboard, and because the bin hasn't been fed since then, this is what the worms that remained in the bin have been living on, basically. Cardboard. And as you can see, they're doing quite well on it. Now, this is something to keep in mind. One of the excuse me, good things about worms is you don't have to worry about them too much if you are going to be away. I wouldn't add lots and lots of nitrogen rich foodstuffs to the bin if it is the case that you're going to have to leave them for a week or 2 weeks or even a month or so. Add lots of cardboard or carbon based material, and that way you're not going to have to worry about the bin, especially if it's a small bin, becoming toxic or overheating, or the environment just changing too rapidly for the worms and making them unhappy and making them leave the bin. So that's something just to keep in mind. Lots and lots of cardboard, leaves, carbon based materials into the bin if you're having to leave the worms unattended for any amount of time. So just looking through this, the cardboard has done a good job of drying out the bin as well, but you can see there's still a very large population of worms in the bin. They're nice and big and chunky. They're just reacting now to the light from the phone. They're not too happy about this. There's another. So the bin hasn't suffered for being harvested. That's I love finding these little very outer skins of melons. This is all that's left when the worms get their teeth into the melons, just a very, very outer skin. So they've been working away on whatever foodstuff was in the bin, and they're now reduced to eating cardboard. That's a grub of some sort. Or a potworm, I'm not sure which, didn't get a good look at it. So yeah, they're happy enough with the cardboard. I'm going to give this bin a small feed now, probably about 1 kilo. But as you can see, they're doing well. There isn't any fresh castings along the side. This is old stuff, so they haven't been trying to get out of the bin. There's no fresh castings along the sides, so they've pretty much stayed put. So yep, all in all, mother bin doing well. Worms not suffering for the lack of attention, and I'm going to give this a feed now of about 1 kilogram of food scraps. So let's have a quick look at how the latest daughter bin is doing. Okay, so this is the youngest of the 2 daughters from the mother bin. This was the bin that we set up at week 20. The bedding was cardboard and guinea pig bedding. So let's just have a look and see how they're doing. Well, they've settled in, there's no doubt about that. They're spread nicely throughout the bin. Again, they're not very happy with the light from the phone, so But yep, they're looking nice and big and chunky. The move to their new home doesn't seem to have done them any harm at all. And again, this bin hasn't been fed either for 3 weeks, other than the bedding, the cardboard and whatever little bits of foodstuffs may have got mixed in. So the worms are quite happy with their carbon-based diet for now. That's pretty much the bottom of the bin. You can see the blue base there. Definitely not happy with the light. So the youngest of the daughter bins is doing very well, and I'll probably give this half a kilo of food scraps now. And as you can see along the edges, even though it's been unattended for 3 weeks, the worms haven't been trying to get out. There's no castings along the side, which is a good sign. Sides are nice and clean. So that's our youngest bin, doing very well. Let's have a quick look at the first daughter bin, which was set up in week 11. So this is our mother bin's firstborn, born week 11. We're now week 23, so it's 12 weeks old or thereabouts. Again, our melon, they just leave the very outer skin of the melon, so they've been working away on that. And like the other two bins, because I've been away, this bin hasn't been fed for 3 weeks. But they'll have just kept working and reworking everything that's in the bin. See, this is quite fine and crumbly because obviously they've just been using up everything food-wise that's in the bin for them. It's been slim pickings, I'm afraid, for the last 3 weeks. There's a piece of corn on the cob. But they're looking well. And I'll feed this bin now a kilo of food scraps because I think they deserve it. There's lots and lots of cocoons in the bin. Always a good sign. They're happy and reproducing. This stuff feels really nice actually compared to the other two bins because it's been well worked over by the worms. So yeah, these guys will get a kilo of food scraps, and my apologies for the hiatus in the updates, but it's you know what it's like, real life just gets in the way. So that's your update for week 23, and I'll see you next week. And I really will pull all the stops out to get a video up next week so the updates can get back into some sort of sync. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and share, and as always, if you're watching the video and you're not subscribed, please do so. Thanks very much. See you in a week's time. Bye.